there's the full lineup. In fact, Ciapinelli, I've got the heats the wrong way around. In fact, Ciapinelli does go in this heat. Also the very good Finn in this heat, Topi Raitanen. So quite comfortable qualifying conditions for the top men. First 5 in each of the 2 heats, and the next fastest non-automatic qualifiers going through. There's Raitanen. And we just swing into the inside, Johannes Ciapinelli. Ran his personal best when in the steeplechase at the Rome Golden Gala back in June. Noah Schutt, the Dutchman. So just to give you the full lineup of the 11 men, we have Juszas from Hungary, Jarvis Great Britain, Sin Austria, Remedi Spain, Barbosa Portugal, Schutt, who we've seen from the Netherlands, Bayram Turkey, Tekel his compatriot, Ciapinelli from Italy, Johansson Sweden, and Raitanen from Finland. They're the 11 men in this race. The first track event of this afternoon, the afternoon and evening session of the second day here in Bydgoszcz. Well, Ciapinelli goes straight to the front, followed by Remedi. Also the very tall Hungarian Juszas, who's one of the contenders, I think, for getting a place in the final. Juszas has the best of 8:50.15 to his name, so certainly a top 5 position is certainly an ambition and a target for the tall Hungarian. So everybody all bunched together at the moment. Ciapinelli getting a clear view of the barriers by running at the front, also dictating the pace. It's still Italy, Hungary, Spain. That's the top 3 at the moment. Raitanen running very comfortably at this stage. Ciapinelli, the European Junior Champion 2 years ago when this event, the European Under-20 Championships, was held in Eskilstuna in Sweden. And was 5th last year at the World Under-20 Championships. So it went through the 1 kilometre mark in 2:56.16. Pretty decent pace for a heat at the European Under-23s. Not hanging around. And you can see there the rest of the field all strung out in single file behind Ciapinelli. Very good hurdler, Ciapinelli, as you can see there on the blue bib. With blue background, he is the European leader. It's a good moment to say also on those bibs is I Run Clean. That's the European Athletics Anti-Doping Initiative, which includes an educational program advocating fair play, which has brought about wide applause from athletes and officials within the sport, both past and present. And from next year, it'll be mandatory to compete in a European Athletics Championship, having undergone an online educational program. Part of European athletics efforts towards fair play and eradicating drugs in the sport. Now, coming into the home straight, they can see the marker, 4 laps to go, and it's still Ciapinelli and Juhas. That's 1 and 2. Raitanen in 3. Johansson for Sweden 4. Jarvis of Great Britain 5. There's the 5 athletes in the qualifying positions at the moment. Starting to be a little bit of a gap between the leading 3, then another group of 3, and then a bit of daylight back to the rest of the field. Second group, that's Johansson, Jarvis and Shooter. Ciapinelli just seeming to be edging away from Juhas and Raitanen. 2,000 metres in 5:48.77. So slightly past the second kilometre, and Ciapinelli, yes, he's clearly making his bid for victory. Won't have to work too hard, he is the class act of this field. Personal best of 8:27.34. He's almost 5 seconds faster than anybody else in Europe at the moment in the under-23 ranks. So 2 laps to go. 800 metres for Ciapinelli. Ciapinelli, Raitanen and Juhas, followed by Johansson, Jarvis and Schut. Well, the runners are catching up with Juhas. Jarvis, Johansson and Shooter have closed on the Hungarian in third at the moment. Also entering the fray for the first time, Bayram from Turkey. Getting up there. So it's Ciapinelli and Raitanen. That's the 1 and 2 as they hear a bell. And then 40 metres back to, a bit less, 30 metres back to a group which is now headed by Bayram from Turkey. Bayram having a good run at the moment. He's on course for a personal best. The 22-year-old Turk. Now the group are closing on the 2 leaders. Bayram has made a big effort to tow the likes of Johansson and Juhas with him. Might just be a bit too much too late. Coming through the water jump for the last time and into the home straight. Well, Chapanelli just trying to get bragging rights from his much taller rival from Finland, Topi Raitanen. But both men not too worried, easing up with the line in sight. Shoot comes through for third, Juhas fourth, Johansson fifth, and Bayram sixth. 8:43.70. Chapanelli's winning time. As the remainder of the runners start streaming in.
With new personal best, 8 minutes 45.75. And fifth position.
Just see the closing stages over the last barrier along the home straight for Johannes Chapanelli. Raitanen could have made a fight of it, but there wasn't much point. Both men were well clear and progress with comfort to Sunday's final. Shoot just doing a bit of work down the home straight just to make sure he qualifies comfortably as well. One or two slightly eccentric bits of hurdling over that final barrier, but in the end, no real pressure on Shooter, Johansson and Juhas. Looking down the track, a rather disappointing run there from Daniel Jarvis. The best of 8:43.09. We're expecting him to feature a little bit more prominently, perhaps get a bit closer to the men in front of him. There's the top standings, indeed personal best for